this experiment we'll be observing the starting temperature effects of the rate in crystal growth, the size of the crystals, and the temperature in the hand warmer after we activate it. For our first procedure, we'll start with 20 degrees Celsius water, around room temperature water. To get each of the hand temperatures, we will place the warmers in the bath of water, each 0 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius. The other waters will be made by adding hot water to room temperature and either cold water to decrease the temperature. And for our first procedure, we're starting with around 21 degrees Celsius temperature.
Now that we've given the hand warmer time to become the same temperature as the water, we are going to observe the heat output of the hand warmer when we activate it from the room temperature water. And then after this, we're going to record it for 3 minutes, and then we'll observe the heat or the crystal formation after this 3-minute period. So let's note the temperature of the hand warmer, and now the temperature of the water. And then, so we're about to start the hand warmer. And then we'll begin the heat observation. Start. Mark. 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 Final mark. Now we're going to observe the crystal formation of the hand warmer at room temperature water. And so let's see here, we'll pour it out. We without anything being done to the hand warmers, it's a very loose crystal, I guess, to describe it. It's not any compact nature to it, but after heated up in room temperature, you can see some clumps have been formed, and there's some crystal formation, if you can see. And yeah, and this is supposed to be impermeable, so no water has gotten in these. It's still dry, and so not much crystal formation at a room temperature. For the next part of our experiment, we are observing the heat output and the crystal formation of a hand warmer that began in a 0 degrees Celsius water, or in our case an ice bath, which is pretty close to 0 degrees Celsius. And so we'll observe the heat of the water now. So go ahead and do that. And then now I will drop the hand warmer, the unactivated hand warmer, in the ice bath. And let it sit there until it is the same temperature. Now we've let the ice bath and the hand warmer reach the same temperature, which we'll mark here. And after I remove the hand warmer from the ice bath, we are going to measure the heat of the activated hand warmer at the following intervals shown here. So we'll go by 15 seconds for the first minute, and then for the second minute we'll go in 30-second intervals, and then we'll do it at the end of the third minute. And at the end of the third minute, we'll go ahead and measure, and we'll go ahead and observe the crystal formation afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it now. So let's go ahead and start. We'll do our first mark right now. Second mark now. Third mark now. Fourth mark now. Mark now. Mark now. At the end of our third minute, the temperature of the activated hand warmer is whatever you're looking at. And now we're going to observe the crystal formation. See how well I can open this. So I guess as you can compare to the last one at room temperature, it seems to be a more solid clump of these crystals, but it seems that the change in temperature has not affected any crystal growth among the hand warmer as we expected. So I guess that'll go into our conclusion that no, the temperature has not affected the crystal growth, but I guess we'll see in the next part with the heated up part.
Lower temperatures seem to not have any effect into it.
So we're good now. For the last part of our experiment, we are testing the heat output in the crystal structure of a hand warmer after it's been put in a 40 degrees Celsius water pot, which we'll test now. Go ahead and test it. And it's getting up there. It's close. And so now you're good. And now we'll drop the unactivated hand warmer into the solution and test the effects of it when we take it out to see the heat output and crystal structure, and I'll drop it now. Now we have reached 40 degrees Celsius in both the water and the hand warmer, which we'll observe now. And so now we're going to take it out, activate it, and then we'll observe the temperature at the following intervals. Those are seconds. I kind of had to rush through those. And so I'm going to do that now. And we'll start now. First mark now. Second mark now. Third mark now. Fourth mark now. Fifth mark right now. Let's see if he's had any. It's heating up a little bit. Fifth mark now. And at the end of this last mark, which will be in a minute, we will observe the crystal growth right after. But we don't expect much change considering there hasn't been one yet. And the last mark is right now. And now we'll observe the crystal structure, although there doesn't seem to be much change. And here's the crystal structure, and it actually seems that at the hotter temperature, no lumps like we've seen in the last ones formed, and it just seems to be one
even spread.
Yeah, it seems to be evenly spread, fine crystals, and nothing formed that's different from what it would begin with. And I think that's about it. You're good.